let's work on curling our fourth finger, our pinky finger that likes to go flat all the time. What that does is it doesn't allow us to have proper intonation because it's using the pad of our finger. We really need to stop the string with that downward force and that callus on the bottom of our fingertip. And so I was talking about little ballerinas or little ninjas, something like that. We need to be on our tippy toes so that we can respond very quickly. So there's a few things involved with this. First, we need to know from where the movement is coming. So we can see these joints perfectly fine and they bend at those points. Now, we look at this line in our hands and we kind of think about our fingers moving from there, but that's not the case. Our knuckles are all the way, that joint is all the way in here. And so if we think about where that movement's coming from, all the way down there, it's gonna help us a little bit more because we want this curve to stay consistently all throughout while we're playing. We don't want to straighten them out as we go to something else. So keep them curved. And having that over top of the instrument prepared to activate whenever you need it will be the best bet. So we need to strengthen where we're using this because those muscles are kind of intertwined. The finger independency isn't quite there, and we need to strengthen and separate them. So one of the first things, I saw this from Daniel on YouTube, he is fantastic, watch his videos, is we need to strengthen that pinky, and one of the good ways that we can do this is by pizzicato. Nobody ever really likes the fourth finger pizzicato when we first start because it's hard to do, it's hard to control because we don't have that finger independence. So what we're going to do is we're going to do each string 4 times or as many times as you want, but we want to look for this motion. We're pulling that pinky in towards our fingers. So I also sometimes say the sign language E in American Sign Language is this, and that's kind of what we want. We want to be pulling in that direction. So pull, and we can do that 4 times on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, having this elbow be able to go back and forth to reach each of those strings will help you out. That's what we really, really need in addition, because we need that downward force coming from above. And we can't do that if our hand's all the way over there. I just simply can't reach that string. So bring that elbow underneath. Make sure you have really good posture everywhere so that you can reach that. So pull in, pull in. So after that gets super awesome, go back and forth a million times between all of the strings. Then put down the first finger. This is going to be really hard because it's really hard. A really firm first finger and then pits. It might be easier for you to start on the G or on the E, whichever is closer for you. We're not going for intonation right now. We are only going for that movement. So yay, we don't have to worry about intonation for once. And so pull them in, and that gets really easy. Do the second finger. And it's just a little bit hard because the action is lower right there. So it's a little bit harder to grip. Some tidbits, it might be a good way to training that finger is to work on pulling in and then releasing. We want it to be a slow, controlled movement at first so that we can train those muscles what to do, because if we do it all willy-nilly, then we're not actually teaching it what to do. It's just grabbing. Okay, the next one from Daniel as well is this rub. This rub is so amazing because you're using your third finger as a crutch. Because those fingers are already grouped together with our movement and our muscles, we're going to use that third finger to rub right against it. Rub, rub, rub. And we're going to want to do this for a very long time. But if you pepper this in throughout all of the music that you're playing, doing this for 10 seconds here, 30 seconds there, do a scale, do some finger taps, play a piece, do some finger taps. It will really, really help you. So what we're looking for is to have it really rub against. I'm using that third finger, rub, rub, rub. I'm keeping that same curl. I'm not extending it out. I'm not doing anything else, keeping that curl. And it could be a very small movement. You might want to bring it up a little bit more to test yourself, but we're going to keep doing that until it's very consistent and you can hear the pop. So keep looking for that. After you master that, master it. Don't just say, all right, that was okay. No, master it. Then you can start pulling that finger ever so slightly away, millimeter by millimeter, and you can actually extend this pretty far. It depends on how big your hands are, to a step and a half or even greater. The only time we really want that straight finger is for a harmonic, because it's supposed to be so light. It's supposed to be weak. So extend out, extend out, extend out. Then the next piece of advice would be just the simple 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, open 4, open 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, open. You don't always have to use your bow for it, but we just want to use it. If you don't use it, then it's not going to happen. So we want to do this on all strings. Nice and curled. Controlled movements. Don't lift up too high. And then open just so it sounds a little bit more complete. Do that on your D string. Do that on your G string. Now look, as I go to my D string, that elbow comes in. G string, elbow comes in. So as we go this way, that elbow is going to come this way. We need that downward force. So put yourself above that string so that you can reach it. I would do everything I possibly could. I would shift into third position just so I could do second finger instead of fourth finger. But that's why it suffered for so long, is because I didn't use it. And so learn from my mistake and really help yourself out. Now it's never too late to train that fourth finger to be nice and curled. And so try to start applying those same principles to this pinky as well, because we need this pinky to be very curled and ready to respond as well. So we can do some push-ups or push-downs, whichever way you want to see it. That'll help with that balance. Keep that thumb bent underneath and do some teeter-totters in there. So good luck, happy practice. Practice makes awesome.